Maybe you're waking up this morning and you're feeling the hour that we lost this weekend, and the first thoughts that creep into your mind: how am I going to make it through this day? I've lost an hour of sleep this week. And the enemy finds a crack like that, and he's going to get in and start to fill it with more thoughts like that. Yeah,
You're going to be tired all day.
it's going to be a horrible day, which means it's going to be a horrible week, and everything's going to go wrong because you lost an hour. That's a lie. The enemy's going to use to throw you completely off course, and we won't let it stand without reminding you of the truth in the morning focus, the truth of who the Bible says God is and who God says you are.
So we're looking at Matthew 9:22 today, which is a verse in the middle of a bigger story that we're going to talk about in a second. So if you want to read this whole story, Matthew 9 is where to go. But it's talking about this woman. The verse says, Jesus turned and saw her. "Take heart, daughter," he said. "Your faith has healed you." And the woman was healed at that moment.
Now, to set the scene for you, this is Jesus walking through the streets, and he's approached by a very important person. He says, "My daughter is sick, like to the point of death, sick. Will you come and heal her?"
So they go.
And Jesus agreed to, and so they're going, but Jesus draws these massive crowds. And so as Jesus is trying to get from where he is to where this girl is, there's this huge crowd following him, pressing in around him. And then he stopped. He said, "Who touched me?"
And his disciples are like, "Jesus, we are being mobbed by a crowd. Everyone is touching you right now."
And he's like, no, something was different. He felt the power go from him. And maybe you know the story. There was a woman that had a blood disease that really shouldn't have been in a crowd like that at all.
Yeah, by
in
law,
those
she was
times.
supposed to be completely separate from everyone else.
But she didn't get lost in the crowd. Even though there were, thousands, I'm going to say, of people around Jesus, he knew and he saw her. She was not lost and alone in the crowd. And he loved her. He's on his way to save a little girl's life.
Yeah.
But he stops when this happens to talk with this woman who was just healed by him.
And so that is what we get from this story. This whole idea that Jesus did not say the little girl of the important official. No, this lady can wait. I got to get this girl first because she's got less, labels and less wrong about her. No, there was nothing unlovable about this woman with this disorder. He was able to heal her and stop because he loved her and cared about her. There is nothing that disqualifies you from Jesus's love either. There is nothing about you that is unlovable. And that's our reminder that we find in Matthew 9:22 today. You are lovable.